Yeah. Oh, wow. So very recently. So it's what we call predictive programming, right? And so, Maddie, do you want to kind of give an idea of what predictive programming is, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean,
Okay.
people know the term predictive programming and they know the term limited hangout, and that's
Mm.
kind of the idea. If once ideas, because ideas, you don't really get to keep them under wraps. You don't get to limit and box in ideas. They run on their own, and so the people, the NGOs, the oligarchs, these technocrats, all of the people that like to put their agenda and create the narrative that we are all subjugated to,
Mm-hmm.
um, they see certain ideas and certain concepts of their hand getting exposed, and they go, okay, we gotta put our hand on this and start. It's like in the movie, I think it was called 8 Mile, and it's on the Eminem story. And how rappers get in the game is that a lot of them just diss one another. They completely and utter verbal destruction on one another's their career
Mm-hmm.
and all of that and their
Mm-hmm.
character. And so his in the movie, his strategy, how he beat the other people in these rap battles, Eminem, is he basically took all of the content away from them. He crapped on his own character first.
Mm-hmm.
He took it away from them so they couldn't go at them. And that's really what a limited hangout and predictive programming is. It is bringing up the elephant in the room, or bringing it up before it even starts. That way, also another term is normalizing. And they do that to strip it away and make the conspiracy a little less conspiratorial, or to make it seem like, oh, everybody knows. And they did this with the
That or to make it be like you watch too many TV shows.
Yeah,
Like
you
if
watch
anything,
many
it could
TV
have both
shows.
effects. It could have one where it's like maybe less because everyone knows,
Mm.
or it's more because everybody's just like, oh my gosh, like you've been watching way too many Netflix series. Like, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah, because along with the Civil War, which there's also Leave the World Behind, and there's that whole scene where they talk about, this cabal. And that's another term that people use. If they don't use oligarch or technocrat, they'll use a cabal, whatever label. People know what they're talking about generally. They just put the label for the sake of conversation. But to dismantle and dissuade the argument that all these people that even watch the show are trying to build. They're trying to build their knowledge base so they can combat the narrative that are being shoved down their throats. In that whole Leave the World Behind movie, they had this whole section where they're like, oh, it's not some deep cabal that you think is running the world. It's like, okay, thanks for calling out the elephant in the room and trying to make people look ridiculous, just backing up the positivity bias that's already in some people's minds. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even in that movie, so specifically Civil War, it's like what can happen is those who maybe do actually lean towards feeling like this is going to be a legitimate thing, they feel like they get made fun of, and
yes,
that just makes you even more angry, and it makes you
yes,
even more apt to want to act, and that's the whole point. It's
true.
just it's also one of those things where it's just like poking you, so that way you'll get a reaction. That's what someone who's manipulative does, right? And so the reason why we're kind of talking about this is the idea of, okay, so we got these rallies going on, and can I just say that like the amount, it's not just in LA, like the amount of riots that were getting organized in all of the different states, it's like this has got to be a much larger movement than just all of a sudden it what shows up and you're like, oh gosh, like where did this come from, right? It's like what kind of like I guess if anything they're doing their own conspiring clearly.
Yeah.
But with what funding and who's behind it, and these are the things that we're trying to figure out. So again, you can check out that Matthew video to maybe dip your toes in that as well. And then there was also a really good video on, I think it's called Pluralia Dialogos, and it's on a YouTube page. If you just search up Pluralia Dialogos and you search up Martin Seif, Garland Nixon, those names right there will lead you to that video. And they also were talking about their ideas about these riots, as well as some other current events that are going on with the Iran-Israel scenario.